The third perspective of the development of proposal or a research, chapter 1, chapter 2, and chapter 3 is statement of the problem. This is one of the things which confuse students severely. And I'm lucky to have this moment to explain. People mistake what a statement of a problem is and a justification. Please get me right. Problem statement. Statement of the problem is that why are you carrying out this study at the area you have written? If you wrote your study that you are doing it in Nairobi, or you are doing it in Mombasa, or you are doing it in Kisumu, or you are doing it in Kakamega, or you are doing it in Eldoret, why did you do that study in that area? So the first thing, tell people what is the expected normal. This thing you are saying is a problem. Is when do we say it is normal? And who says that it is that normal? There is a situation where you can't explain the normal, and we use now the national average as the normal. Let me talk about maternal mortality. Somebody may end up saying that the normal maternal mortality should be 0. But who said that? And since you can't have, then you may not have where it is written that the normal maternal mortality in Kenya, you may get. But in case you can't get, then you take the national average as the normal expected. So you say, in Kenya, maternal mortality, average maternal mortality may be 200 per 100,000 live births. Then, however, in Nairobi, or in Kisumu, or in Eldoret, or in Kakamega, where you are doing the study, it is more than that 200. It is even 400 per 100,000. Then that is the problem. If normal is 200, or what is considered normal is 200, and the way I'm carrying out a study is even twice, that is the problem. That is the problem statement. Then you conclude by saying this gap of 200 per 1,000, 100,000 precipitate a need for a follow-up to find factors contributing to the increased maternal mortality in Nairobi where you are doing it. And that is the title you are saying. Your title was reading factors contributing to high maternal mortality in Nairobi. And now this is what you are concluding with in your statement of the problem, that this gap has necessitated a need for a follow-up of your title, and it will be perfect. I'm not saying that all statement of the problem are maternal mortality. I gave maternal mortality as an example. That your conclusion of the statement of the problem is to read the title of your study the way it was, that gap in nationally, maybe child mortality rate is at 10 per 100 per 1,000. In Kisumu, where I'm doing the study, it is 300. And this is why I'm going to do out this study in Kisumu, because Kisumu is most affected. And this must be backed by the literature. If I didn't say background is literature, where did you get the information from? Allow me go to justification. Thank you.